Oh, don't need that eye.
Climb to the sky.
Your fan's a bit shorter than mine.
Let's go.
Take a look at the sunset. It's beautiful. Oh, roll on summer. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
So this is the next day. I've manufactured and fitted the UNISTRUT roof rack, but I do need to tweak it a little bit. So because it was so dark yesterday inside the workshop, we decided it's such a nice day, we're going to work outside the workshop.
Yeah.
After all, we're used to working outside.
Yeah, exactly. And filming was quite difficult. So actually what I'm going to ask is Mel get the ladder out and quickly run through what he did yesterday. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then we're going to crack on, or rather Mel's going to crack on, and we're just going to tweak the layout, which Mel will explain, and we're going to fit the solar panels today. So we'll insert the footage of what we did yesterday, but just bear in mind it was quite dark and we're still figuring out how our lighting is going to be working in the workshop.
Yeah.
Take it away, Mel.
Okay, let's get the ladder.
Let's get the ladder.
So here we are on top of Rebecca's van. Here's the UNISTRUT roof rack that I constructed yesterday. Now you'll notice that end strut there does look like it's slightly longer than this one, but in fact it's actually the same length. It's just that the length of the van, as you go down towards the back of the van, they do get narrower. So that's why that one looks a little bit longer. So today I'm going to take this off, chop a little bit off the end of there so it's a bit more uniform. Now I did say I was going to show you the spacers. Well, here they are down here. If I come down a little bit you can see there's the spacers just under there, and there's 3 of these on each side, 1 at each end and 1 in the middle as well, and they worked really well. And these bolt holes are already here in the full Transit Custom. These holes are just covered up with these caps, so all I did was unscrew one of these caps, put the bolt straight through the UNISTRUT just like that, and I used the original washer to seal it to keep it nice and watertight.
Welcome to the chicken shed. It's already busy, so we're going to crack on, and I hope that you can hear me. See you in a bit. We are fitting the UNISTRUT into the van, and we are going to get them cut, and then the plan is to get the 2 solar panels fitted as well. But I'm not sure whether we'll have time to do that today, because at the moment Mel and Adrian have gone in search of some bolts, because we bought some bolts this morning but they look like they're a little bit too short.
Cut a little bit off.
Good. Do you think it will fit now?
Try it. Let's have a look.
Quick update. We've cut down some bolts because we've got some bolts. Don't know whether you can see us. Mel's up there fitting it quickly to check, because we don't want the UNISTRUT to be too high off the roof, but we also need it to span the curve of the van. So you've come up with a good idea, haven't you?
Yeah, using the leftover spacers from the tie downs inside. So Rebecca has opted for 2 200 watt solar panels. They're made by Renege, so as long as I've done my measurements right, they should both fit just about on Rebecca's roof. Not a lot of room to spare. So Rebecca's going to end up with 400 watts of solar on this tiny little van. So she should have plenty of power to work and play.
But the reason why I didn't want to go for one large panel this time was purely because of installing, and also if I wanted to move things around on the van as the years go by, it's much easier to adapt a smaller panel than it is one big one, in my opinion. So
yeah, if you've got 2, you can take one off and then leave some room,
yeah, for
on your
other
roof
things
rack in case you want to put your sup board up there, or
yeah,
something like that.
So that's the plan for it, hence why we've also used UNISTRUT again, because you're not going to be sticking the solar panels onto the metal of the van with the corner supports that you often see. I like the fact that with UNISTRUT you can just simply bolt the solar panel to the UNISTRUT, and then if you need to move it around later, or you want to adapt what you've got on your roof, you can do that. Super simple, super quick, and very versatile.
But when Rebecca built her crafter, she was sold one big 305 watt solar panel, but it was 36 volts.
Yeah.
So we ended up taking Rebecca's panel off of her Volkswagen crafter and then putting my 2 solar panels on Rebecca's van.
Because of the voltage system that we had. So if you want to see that video, we'll link it up here.
So that's why I've ended up with one big solar panel on my van.
Yeah, which
It's
we may
actually
well.
Rebecca's old solar panel.
Yeah. So when we upgrade and do a bit on Mary, we may well change that solar system as well. Nice though, isn't it?
That is a nice panel.
It's a much more manageable size and a really good amount of watts for a panel, isn't it? 200
watts, 23 volts. So you should be able to use a CTEC controller with this.
Yeah, which is what we wanted to use.
The panel that Rebecca had on her original van, because it was 36 volts, it actually destroyed your CTEC controller, didn't it?
Yeah, it blew it.
So bear that in mind when you are buying your solar panels. Make sure the voltage
matches.
You don't get a 36 volt panel.
Yeah.
You don't need them.
And your charge controller doesn't blow up.
I think it's going to fit up there really well. Into the middle.
Also, if you've got somebody else to help you, it's much more manageable when you've got a smaller panel.
Yeah, I did all this on my own on my first van. Yeah. Right. I've done it, honestly, when I look back I think, how did I do that? Anyway.
So you're going to up and over it, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to go straight up over the top of the head.
Okay.
And then rest it on the panels.
Super easy to do as well, as you can see.
Hopefully there's enough room up here for 2 of these. Lengthwise, not a problem. Widthwise, it's going to be close. I think we might be alright. Let's go and get the other panel and then put it up here as well. I'm going to move this one over, right through that. Right over that side.
Yeah, and then
like
do the same with the other panel.
Then we'll get the other panel, see if they both fit. Of course they will. I measured it. My name's not John.
He likes to take the piss, doesn't he?
They are ever so well packed. So thumbs up to Renege. Oh, if you're interested in where Rebecca got these solar panels from, of course I'll get Rebecca to put a link in the description of this video.
Yeah, and I've actually got a discount as well, so I will link that down below. This isn't a paid for affiliate video, but they were kind enough to give me a discount code.
It fits. It's pretty close, I've got to admit. Have a look at this.
Oh, you got the sun.
Yeah. We got the sun and we got the solar panels.
And we're just chucking.
Yeah, that's good.
And
That fits bang on.
they only fit. And here we go, the big reveal. The 200 watt solar panels do fit on Rebecca's tiny little roof. It's literally a roof of solar. So all I've got to do now is adjust the UNISTRUT roof rack to suit the solar panels. We're going to move this bar forward. The back one can stay where it is, and then we're going to use some U-brackets or U-bolts type brackets that I'm going to make. Bolt them to the side of the panel and into the UNISTRUT. I'm really pleased about that. Thoroughly relieved as well. To fix the solar panels to Rebecca's UNISTRUT roof rack, we're going to use these L brackets. I'm going to slightly modify these. And Rebecca got these L brackets from Screwfix. I'll put the part number for you down below in the description of this video. And these L brackets are going to be screwed to the UNISTRUT via 8mm bolts through the big single hole in the middle. And these are going to be fixed to the solar panel using 6mm nuts and bolts. Unfortunately, the holes in these aren't quite big enough, so I need to just drill these 5mm holes out, make them 6mm, and then that way we can screw these like that through into the solar panel, and then they'll be bolted down to the UNISTRUT. All will become clear later on. But first I need to modify 8 of these brackets. I'm going to make these holes, like I said, bigger, and also cut a little bit off of this because they do stand a little bit high. To do that, I'm going to use Adrian's workbench. Cheers, Adi. There you go, absolutely perfect. So these are going to go into the frame of the solar panel, and that's what's going to hold the brackets, like that, into the solar panel. The main bolt is going to go through here into the UNISTRUT. Really simple, really cheap, super effective. If we cut just below this main hole, that's going to go up against the solar panel. That face is going to go down onto the UNISTRUT. So there you go, ladies and gents, there's our modified L bracket. Really cheap to make, super safe, nothing wrong with that at all. There you go. All I've got to do now is another 7. That's right, isn't it? 7.
Yeah. Be back in a bit.
So I've laid Rebecca's solar panel on a nice flat surface. We've got our L brackets. Simply going to place the L brackets on the flat surface, line them up with the lines in the solar panel. You don't even have to measure it, like that. And then using the L brackets as a template, we simply drill 4 holes and then bolt the L brackets to the solar panel. Now these frames are double skinned, so there's an outer skin and an inner skin. Once we've drilled through the first skin, I'll then remove the L bracket to save it spinning round, catching up on the drill bit. We don't want that to happen. So now we just continue drilling through. And that is it. Put that back. And then once we've drilled the hole, simply place the L bracket, put the bolt through the hole like that, and we know our second hole is going to be in the right place. See, we don't even need a tape measure. There's our 2 holes, and we can put the nut on the inside, bolt it all up, we're good to go. All I've got to do is the other 3. What's that for?
Oh, you said they're gov-mates.
Put these on.
Yeah, so anywhere you cut it, just spray it with that. It's gov-mates. It's gov-mating.
There you go, thank you, Adrian. Some zinc galvanising spray for our brackets to stop them going rusty. Cheers, buddy. It's such a joy to be able to use a workshop again. It's so much easier doing it on a bench than on the floor on a driveway. Now remember, if you need to use a workshop space like this one, then this workshop space is available for hire. Simply contact Adrian and he will give you all the details. And again, I will leave Adrian's details in the link of this video for your convenience. Come along, be part of this wonderful growing community. You never know, you might even make some new friends. And if you're really lucky, you get to meet me.
Adrian's laughing at that.
Would you like a piece of cheese?
Yeah, we need to put something on it.
Okay, let me go and get the foam.
Good job I thought of that.
No,
Oh yeah, the foam that was in the box.
I did
Yeah,
ask you that just now.
yeah, good idea. There you go. Not only is she super good looking, she's also really intelligent. There we go, these are going to be super strong, these are. I've got no qualms about doing this at all. In the past, I've just used self-tapping screws to hold these brackets to a solar panel. In hindsight, that's probably a little bit dodgy, not as strong as using nuts and bolts. After all, these are never going to come undone, unless of course you want them to. There you go. Becky didn't realise you could do that, I suppose. Maybe not a lot of people do.
No, I thought it was just 2 separate tools.
No. This is basically an extension with a screwdriver handle on it.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go, you learned something today.
Yeah.
Starting to get dark already. Boy, the day has gone so fast. But the solar panels are fitted. Not quite wired them up yet, but we'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, he's done an amazing
shattered.
job. Yeah, you are shattered. Mel's done an amazing job, so let's just pop up the ladder and I'll show you what he's done.
Yeah, I'm really pleased how that's turned out. Really pleased. It's turned out much better than I thought it would. Most importantly, both them panels actually fit, despite Rebecca's roof going narrower the further back it goes. Take them up the ladder and show them what I've done.
Okay, so we've got the direct channel running to the end of the tailgate, which leaves me plenty of space for my surprise at the back there. We've got it running all the way along, and Mel has fitted the solar panel to be absolutely spot on square. So look at those beauties. Mel has done such a fantastic job.
Brilliant.
So this is the final rundown of what the brackets look like. As you can tell, Mel's cut them off so they're completely flush and not poking up past the solar panel. We've got the bolts, we've got the UNISTRUT, and then we've got the panels on top. So a super simple solution to a very complicated problem. Yeah, these bad boys aren't going to go anywhere. They're easily removable should we need to. If I wanted to put something else here, I could just take this one panel off. This is the reason why we do go on and on about UNISTRUT, because it's so multi-purpose. There's different types and sizes. We went for the hot galvanized steel, and this is a 35mm depth. There is a 50mm or a 60mm depth channel, obviously if you want it higher, but I wanted this to be as low profile as possible on the roof of the van, so we went for the 36mm. 3 lengths of 3 meters for 37 quid. The postage was 11 quid, making it a total of £57. So not bad for this unique solar system.
First, I need to modify 16 of these. No, 8 of these. 8, 4, 8. Yeah. When you so need to, or you so do desire. So there it is, ladies and gents. This is our modified L bracket. If I try not to drop it, simple, really cheap, and that is going to be really effective. Super safe as well, because these are, at the end of the day, made out of mild steel that is galvanised. That was it, wasn't it? That was cheesy enough. Now I've got the fucking hole in the wrong place. Bum roll.
Of course, it's easy building a van, isn't it?